Give me some straight talk, and hold the sugar, please. Straight talk, sounds pretty sweet to me. Don't talk to me in circles and some mumbo jumbo jive. Give me just straight talk, and we're gonna be alright. 'Cause I like to know just where I stand. I don't like guessing games, and I hate a bunch of gibberish. So just spit it out real plain. Don't use big educated words from your BS degree. Straight talk, don't try BSing me. Straight talk, turn it loose and let it go. You can tell me anything, just like on Oprah show. Just tell me how you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Straight Talk. I'm your host, Gregory Colley, along with my co-host, Martin Albury. And this is a beautiful, gorgeous day in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. We're located in Nassau, New Providence, the capital of the Bahamas. And we are broadcasting live from Global 99.5 FM from our studios located Shirley Street and Elizabeth Avenue. Like I said, in the beautiful city of Nassau in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Today's show is being brought to you by Doc's Pharmacy, located Robertson Road, by Massa Assist, located Village Road, by Nature's Gifts, Fresh Roasted Peanuts, located Market Street South, by Sammy's Chicken. You got 5 locations to choose from. By First Choice Appraisals and Sales, and also by Geneva Brass Seafood, located Eden Street off Farrington Road. To participate in our show today, you can call us at telephone numbers 326-0271, 326-0271, or 326-0272. That's 326-0272. You can also text us. Today, you can use number 565-8896, 565-8896. We are also streaming live at www.globalradio995fm.com. That's www.globalradio995fm.com. In addition, you can watch us live at Facebook. If you have a Facebook account, you can just search for Global 99.5 Radio, Global Radio 995, and like us on Facebook. Follow us, comment, we're live, and we will respond to your comments while you are live tuning in to Global 99.5 FM. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is Straight Talk, and today is Free Talk Friday.
Yes, it is.
You can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but we're talking about independence, independent Bahamas, and we are getting ready to celebrate. I don't know about you, Martin, but I'm getting ready to celebrate. I see you all dressed up in your gold.
Celebrating since last year. Independence.
Since last year?
Yes, sir. Because it is always an independent day in the Bahamas. Because Independence morning.
It's like a baby.
It's like a baby
born.
And we have babies born in the independent Bahamas every single day of the year. Good afternoon to you, Bishop Colley.
Good afternoon to you. And
good afternoon
wish
to
you a happy independence.
Listeners out there. I don't want those persons out there today to give me no dirty words from their BS degrees. Just give me some straight talk.
Straight talk.
On this Free Talk Friday. And today is Friday, July 7th, 2017. In 3 days, Bahamians everywhere will be celebrating with the will of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. The Commonwealth of the Bahamas' 44th anniversary of independence. On July 10th, 1973, the Bahamas became an independent nation after being a colony of Great Britain for more than 300 years. Since 1973, and for many years before that, we have been dependent on countries like the United States of America and Great Britain, especially and particularly for our safety and our protection from external shocks and forces. We have been dependent on America, many other countries, for the vast majority of our economic prosperity, especially through our main industry, tourism. And today, nation, we do have our defense force to protect our borders, 100,000 square miles. We do have national insurance as a security, safety, and social security net. Yes, 44 years of independence, and not very much has changed since 1973. But one major thing remains, and it is steadfast. It is to our credit and to our survival, and that is our parliamentary democracy. Since September 29th, 29, we have been in parliamentary democracy, and our democratic principles were clearly demonstrated once again, May 10th, 2017, when thousands of Bahamians voted in peaceful general elections to change the hands of governance from the Progressive Liberal Party to the Free National Movement. Since 1997, every 5 years, we have been changing government from FNM to PLP for the past 20 years. And we, in the Bahamas, we are still a stable democracy. And yes, it was 2 months following that fateful day, May 10th, 2017. A newly elected Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis, who is coming home this afternoon from attending his first CARICOM Heads of Government Conference in St. George's, Grenada. Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis and his government are faced with a mammoth task to place this country once again on a sound financial footing. The country has faced 4 economic downgrades by international credit rating agencies over the past 5 years. We are facing a national debt of over $7 billion with negative economic growth in the past 5 years. But has a mammoth task. It has a very high mountain to climb. It also has a lot of cleaning up to do. While we are celebrating, at the same time, there are major concerns for us as Bahamians to think about. There are problems in the public service. Some say it's bloated. Some say it is inefficient, incompetent, and they use all kinds of adjectives to describe the state and the condition of the public service. Some say you have to be politically inclined to understand the deep dimensions of how polarized the public service is and has become. But yes, there are problems at the public service. In our 44th anniversary of independence, there are problems at Bahamas Power and Light, formerly BC. We still have problems at Bahama, problems at BAMSI, Bahamas Agriculture Marine Science Institute, problems at PAIC and agriculture, problems in urban renewal, road traffic department, Bahamas Air, problems at the prison. We have problems with crime, problems in education. And then there are millions of dollars in commitments to contractors and vendors left by the previous government that the new government, the present government, must honor. We're told that some contracts and some hiring is still under investigation, that some projects have been either stopped or they are under review. The central bank has reported that $234 million was spent by the Christie administration in the months leading up to the May 10th general elections, creating even more problems for the Hubert Minnis administration. But as the country observes its 44th independence anniversary, what is a nation without problems to solve? Nobody told you, or me, that life will be a bowl of chocolates or a bed of roses. You're gonna have some problems along life's journey. So what is a nation without problems to solve? Yes, Dr. Hubert Minnis and the Free National Movement, they were successful in general elections to send a PLP home, and we did. The Progressive Liberal Party has been replaced by the Free National Movement, the FNM, telling me that they have now made many discoveries of alleged missteps, mismanagement of the previous administration. Much has been already revealed, and if you listened to the Minister of Finance, the Honorable K. Peter Turnquest, recently, there is still more to come, he says. But just take a step backwards for a moment. Please, let's remember, the government's 2017-2018 budget has already been debated and already passed in the House of Assembly and in the Honorable House of the Senate. The government has gotten the approval to borrow $722 million in the first 5-year term. Some $400 million is already earmarked to pay off bills left by the Christie administration. Already, there are cries of victimization and charges being levied that this new government is now adding to the unemployment figure by terminating contracts and contractors and sending people home from various government agencies and departments. But guess what? When the veil is lifted from these cries, these charges, and these allegations, the stories somehow begin to change, because many of those things were done without regard for the rules. But once again, we are celebrating our nation's 44th anniversary of independence under the theme, Towards the Rising Sun, One God, One People, One Bahamas. The celebration is continuing in earnest today. Downtown, it's National Pride Day. Rawson Square, Parliament Square is buzzing with activities. And they'll be down there with music, art and craft, food and beverage, lots of entertainment until about 9 o'clock tonight. And yes, all Bahamians everywhere, you're being urged to show your national pride. Colors of the flag, black, gold, aquamarine. And then tomorrow on Arawak Key, it's Chunkanu Summer. Then on Sunday, 8 p.m. on Clifford Park, the annual ecumenical service and flag raising ceremony will take place, bringing in the 44th anniversary of independence of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And as we spoke earlier today, my friend, we said it's 4 and 4. Well, 4 and 4 is not 8. That's 44. 4 plus 4 is 8. Or are 8. Depends on where you sit. You'll let me know what you see. Good afternoon to you.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, we celebrated the 43rd anniversary last year. 4 and 3. 4 plus 3 equals 7. And 7, as you know, is God's number. It's completed. I told folk that who are familiar with me and what I've been advocating. As you know, I have been the first advocate on this radio station to the nation that we will not vote for another lawyer to be prime minister of this country.
Yeah.
I have been the advocate. I've been pushing that from day one, that there's time for a change. If we want real change, we must change the way we've been doing things. Since independence, before independence, we've elected lawyer, Prime Minister, the late Honorable Sir Lyndon Pinnan, as our first Prime Minister in a modern Commonwealth independent nation. And after that, we had the Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram. Then after that, we had Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie. Then after that, we gone back to Hubert Alexander Ingram, and then Perry Gladstone Christie again.
Lawyers.
And I said that if we want to see real change,
Yes,
because a lot of people have been complaining, we are where we are today as a result of lawyers being in charge of us. And I said on this station, I will not support another lawyer,
and
even if it's Hubert Alexander Ingram, to be Prime Minister of this country again.
I would like to see a fisherman, a carpenter, or a mason to be the next Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
And then I further
Since we have a doctor, to be a fisherman, a carpenter, or a mason, all 3 in 1.
It certainly makes them more reachable. Because had we continued on the track that we saw only lawyers to be prime ministers of this country, then we would have been stuck in one profession to be our head. And I also indicated, I said too, if you look at since independence, we had Pindling,
Yes.
Pindling. You add it up, that's 8 letters. Pindling. That's 8.
Yes.
Ingram, Ingraham, that's 8.
Yes.
Christie,
You're on to something.
Hristie, that's also 8. Is it that? That's 3 leaders.
Yeah.
With the number 8. 3 8s are 24. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
24.
Yes.
2 plus 4 equals what?
8.
No, sir. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Let's spell minutes. M-I-N-N-I-S. How much letters that is?
That looks like 6 to me.
Isn't that 6?
Yes.
Numerology.
Yes, and some people do.
You see that this is no mistake. What we have?
It was 8. Now you're down to 6.
The 6. It is no mistake. It is God's doing. And no matter how many of these people are there saying that, oh, we did this, we did this, it ain't got nothing to do with you. You see how I broke it down for you.
Yes.
Independence, post-independence was 8.
Extrapolation. We come with what? A new
beginning
or a new transition? Where are we headed?
Hold on. Don't
help me out.
Do not jump the gun. Not jump the gun. Just wait. Be patient. Be patient. So what we have here, so far I've demonstrated that God played a significant hand in what is happening here. God has listened to the cries of the people, and delivered a new leader. And now, look, we are celebrating 44 years. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 8 is a new beginning. We have in this country a chance for a new beginning for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. We have a chance to charter a new course, a course that will either bring us closer to God or take us further away. We have the chance to amend our ways, to come to repent, come closer to God, say that we have made an error, ask God for forgiveness, that he will continue to bless this Commonwealth of the Bahamas, because he has blessed us. This is the best place on God's earth. Whether you believe it or not, just ask the number of foreigners who are flocking to this land.
Yes.
You can't, even if you put a dynamite under them, you can't get them out of this country.
Many of them are here today celebrating independence with us.
They are flocking to this land, and you can't get them out. This is the best place on God's earth to be. And the land, you're talking about America being the land of opportunities, the Bahamas is.
Gold mine.
And let me tell you something. We have not started to tap into what God has blessed us with in this country. But we have to be more faithful, we have to be more trusting, we have to be more loyal, be more faithful to God, and to continue to place our trust in him to keep us. Now, I can tell you, as far as Ingram, Christie, and who else?
Put Penland in there?
Penland, yeah. We got to start with Penland. Penland, Christie, Ingram.
Yes.
This is a new day. Now, the Bahamian people could fool around and draw back and roll back the curtain. We have an opportunity to move forward, and we can continue to talk nonsense and to dwell on the past, but we have a golden opportunity to now to move this country where God wants us to take it. And we need to put aside all of the pettiness, all of the foolishness, all of the greed, the selfishness that have brought us to where we are today. We must put aside the thinking of being that we have the scarcity mentality, that things are scarce. God has blessed us with abundance in this country. Things are not scarce. What happened is a few people have hijacked the resources of this country, and we need to let them. We need to tell them like Pharaoh, you got to let the resources go. It's enough for all of us. You don't need to hog it up. It's enough for all of us to survive. You don't need to try to dominate everything for yourself, your friends, your lovers, and your family. There's enough for us to go around. Let the resources go so that the people, as a slogan said, it's the people's time. Let the people now benefit. Stop trying to hog things up for you and your family and your friends and your lovers.
Who is going to loose or loosen those purse strings?
The same way.
Who?
The same way how God has loosened the political strings.
Yes.
He's going to loosen the economic string that the people, because he's heard the people cry, he's going to loosen it. He is going to make resources more available. But all he wants is for the people to be faithful, to be obedient, to heed his word, and stop depending on the material things. He wants us to lean on him. His word says, lean not onto your own resources, your own understanding.
Amen.
But learn to lean on him. And once you learn to lean and depend on him, he has the whole world in his hand.
Yes.
He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. And he's going to release the power.
Let the floodgates open.
Open the windows of heaven.
Let the floodgates open.
And let them open. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Straight Talk. If you're just tuning in, this is Global 99.5 FM. I'm your host, Greg Colley, along with my co-host, Martin Albury. And we are celebrating independence.
Yes, we are moving. We are moving towards the rising sun.
Aha.
One God, one people, one Bahamas.
And so we want you to share your thoughts.
Yes, sir.
On where we are today as we celebrate independence, the 44th anniversary of a free and independent nation. Tell us What do you think has been our greatest accomplishments? What has been our greatest downfall? And then I'm going to read to you when I come back. It's a report from the IDB.
Yes.
There are 10 companies that the IDB has identified as being corrupt. And if you have an international bank identifying corruption in your country, what we've heard lately since the election, we need to clean up our act, ladies and gentlemen.
Some people are saying, let it go, let it go.
No, you can't let it go.
Let it
That's
go.
the problem we have right now. We've been letting too much
It's
things
time
go.
to celebrate, they say.
Celebrate.
Let
We
it
need
go.
to lock up some people.
Let it go.
No, so we ain't let nobody. We can lock them up. This is Straight Talk. We're coming back after we hear from our sponsors.
There is only one pharmacy in Nassau that never says no and offers you great service. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall for all of your pharmaceutical and prescription needs. At Doc's Pharmacy, great service is more than just giving prices. Filling your prescription is easy. Just call 322-3627 today. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall, Robinson Road. The pharmacy that never says no.
For fast and efficient appraisals of homes, vacant land, and businesses, your first choice appraisal and real estate sales. Contact broker appraiser Gregory Colley for all your real estate sales and appraisals. Call 422-3010, 565-8896, or 341-0582 for listings of vacant land, residential and commercial properties, and all your appraisal needs.
LRD Construction has a proven track record as a general building and construction company. Its remarkable team is ready to provide quality and proficient service on projects big or small. LRD Construction can handle large commercial sites, new homes, apartments, condominiums, townhouses, home improvements, renovations, additions, and alterations. Call LRD Construction at 327-3769 or 433-6166, West Winds, Love Beach. That's LRD Construction. The best tasting roasted peanuts in the whole wide world are Nature's Gifts Roasted Peanuts. Proprietor Eric Sims applies his personal touch by roasting peanuts to perfection. Get your peanuts in light, medium, and dark. Call 431-7710 to place your order. Nature's Gifts Roasted Peanuts on Market Street and Bacardi Road.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Sammy's Chicken, $5.99 special.
Sammy's Chicken does it again. For a limited time only, it's the $5.99 Thigh Snack Special.
I tell you.
Sammy's $5.99 Thigh Snack Special comes with a 12-ounce Coke. That included.
See, I don't lie.
For a limited time only, Sammy's Chicken, Robinson Road, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Farrington Road, and the newly reopened Prince Charles location. Sammy's Chicken.
Want to reach your target audience? Advertise here at Global Radio 99.5. We hit the mark every time. This is Straight Talk with Gregory Colley. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Straight Talk. I'm your host, Greg Colley, along with my co-host, Martin Aubrey. And we are celebrating independence, and we say happy independence to everyone who is listening to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and residents and visitors alike. Happy independence. And so today we are talking about issues as it relate to 44 years of independence. We want your comments. Your phone lines are open, 326-0271, 326-0271, 326-0272, 326-0272 at fax. I beg your pardon. Our WhatsApp and text line today is 565-565-8896. 565-8896. Give us your comments. Give us your reaction to independence. What has been our greatest accomplishment so far? I guess you can give us as many as you think that we have had, and let us know what has been our setbacks thus far as an independent nation. What can we do to correct it? I'm going to read to you shortly a a ban on companies of fraud and corruption by the IDB, and tell us whether that's something we ought to be proud of as a independent nation. Welcome, caller. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Hey, good day, Rev. Good day, Martin. Good day to your producer.
Happy Independence.
Happy Independence
Yes,
to you.
yeah, same to you all, man. How y'all doing today?
I am doing great. How about you?
Man, thank God for life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just some things of what I want to lay out, what I glad
Yeah,
we accomplished in the Bahamas.
Okay.
Immigration, customs, NH, national insurance. The list goes on, but we had a lot of fault too. Let me first of all big up some Bahamian people like Michael Sweetbell Thompson and Rick Fox. Persons like Buddy Hill and the Olympic Golden Girls, our Knights, our boys would win the gold in the 4x4. We have a lot to thank God for in this country called the Bahamas. This is the sweetest and the best place in the world where you could go sit down on the beach, look at the sun, go in the sea, swim, look at the sun, chill out. We have falls in all countries is a downfall. We'll say we're
Let's say
bad.
thank God we have Trump as our Prime Minister.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. Thank God we don't have earthquakes and stuff like that. And what did wipe out the PLP? What is the name?
Tsunami.
Tsunami.
But we
Yeah,
have
thank God we never.
But we are in the hurricane belt.
Yes sir. But praise God that nothing can come this way and destroy us. But you know, Rev. Boy, I gotta say this too. I little disappointed with some teens, right?
Yeah, good.
And I
Let us
got
know.
laid on
This Straight Talk, straight. Is it talking straight?
Yeah, but I don't want to see you on our board. You want on our board?
Which
The
board?
national- No, NIB.
Well, I don't know, because what happened is there are a lot of people who were pushing my name out there to be chairman, and they did that because it may have caused me.
You saying that cost you? They probably have had in their mind.
No, well,
Who they
no,
could put there.
no, but I mean, I don't want to think I was not pushing that, but I don't know. You never know. I may still end up on that board. I don't know.
Man, what would you don't go on
The
ZNS board?
board appointments will be finishing in about 2 weeks.
2
I'm
weeks.
told.
So Martin, what would you?
I'm not in a hurry, my friend.
You want to know?
Where
But I
was-
want to see you on that board though.
But
No.
wherever the government, if they believe we have
Yeah.
something to contribute, it's up
Yeah.
to them. If they don't think we have nothing to contribute, we'll contribute
Yeah.
wherever we can contribute.
Okay, let me first of all start off with this one too. National pride.
Hmm.
When it comes to national pride and cleaning up the country, right? Even though I beat up the PLP and slapped them all side their head, and I understand the position with the country in. Now, when the FNM came in power, right, one of the first things I think Romy, them should do in the Ministry of Health is clean up Nassau. Nassau needs
Nassau is
clean.
filthy, yes.
Yeah, Nassau is very dirty, and Shane Gibson them spent some $15
How-
million.
How did Nassau, New Providence, become dirty?
Nasty people. Nasty people, Rev. They putting derelict vehicles here, there, anywhere. Steve McKinney said there's no law for it. I don't know,
Of
Rev.
course, there is law. We have environmental laws, but we have
But
been.
Steve
we've been-
McKinney,
we-
but
we
Steve
have been
McKinney
very-
always saying the people ain't going to court.
I don't know, God.
Yeah, that's the why. But when they spray on the car going 14 and 13 days, some of the cars stay there for actually 2 and 3 years.
the people are expecting those who put the spray on the car to come back for it.
To follow
they
it,
ain't
follow
coming
up, and they ain't following up.
We need to
In
clean
fact, I
up.
see some case where they come and paint another paint on top of it.
So
I
who
see that too.
who
I
is
see that too.
who's responsible? No, caller, this is serious.
Yeah, this
Who?
is because I mean,
Who?
and so much.
Who
But,
is responsible for keeping the island clean?
The nasty people.
So who are you going to talk to today?
Who I can talk to Miss Melanie McKinney.
No, we need to talk to the people.
I agree. I
The
don't start off
people
with the
who
people saying they're
creating
nasty
the
people.
mess. That's
They
what you got to talk
nasty,
to.
Martin. They nasty.
Do-
They
do-
got low
do-
self-esteem.
Do you talk to them in your neighborhood?
Sometimes I beat
On
them
your
up,
street
sometimes
corner?
I talk with them. I talk with them, Martin.
Okay.
But some of the people don't listen. They expect the government to do everything. But I mean, right now, with all the virtues we're coming on the road, we need the chair get out, because if you're walking and exercising in the morning and cars coming through, you can hardly go on the side. So you need to clean the voyages whereby people can be exercising and walking in the morning. And Nassau is filthy. Nassau is very, very filthy, because you all places, even to Farm Road, still dirty and still look bad. So I hope my good friend Reece Chipman have his crew like car wash them and Mason Edition where they can do the bulk waste work and clean up in these areas. I think it'll be good to clean up the areas, and the holiday is right here. So the fellas gotta get it snappy, want me for red up, start signing a beast contract for the road. Who get it, who don't get it, all the same. They need to start saying, well, this for you, that for you. Carry this one and that road, do this, do that. Yeah, they need to hurry up doing it. And I think they're giving it to the members of parliament, just like what they did with the VLP. Give it to the members of parliament to give out the jobs and stuff. So I ain't got no problem with it, but we need to hurry up because the area's dirty and it needs to clean. And even with the hospital too, I want to drop this one on these lazy people who have parents in the hospital. They have this ward, what name, one kind of ward, I can't remember, you know, when the people are that well, and the children don't come for the parents or come for the special children, they keep them in the border ward, and you get a lot of nurses complaining, saying how you leave the parents here, don't bring nothing for them to clean up, they don't have no clothes and stuff like that. So on this National Pride Day, for him and people, some of y'all parents bend over backwards to take care of some of you know, send y'all to college, send y'all places, and y'all get mommy and daddy in the old folks home and in the home or the hospital named the Border Walk. And I think we need to do better in this country when it comes to taking care of our parents. Have a good day, Martin.
Thank you very much. Happy Independence. We have another call in line. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Martin. How you doing? Happy Independence to both of yours.
Happy Independence to you.
You and yours.
This open line?
It is.
Well, I have my house decorated, you know.
You have your house decorated in the Independence colors?
Yes, sir.
Your National Pride? You're celebrating National Pride Day today?
I did that every year, baby.
Every year. Wonderful.
And I win a big sign from Darrell Miller. Yeah, buddy.
That's the best kept home?
No, darling. I just win a big, you know, like a
backdrop.
No, I went like a, what do you call this? It's like a big sign.
You got a backdrop you got from Darrell Miller?
I win it, yeah. I call him and I get it.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, he asked what I want, so I tell him I want that.
Okay, excellent.
And he sent it with Helen. You know Helen, right?
Yes, we know.
He sent it with her.
All right.
I get it tied up. My house is the only one to get decorate, baby.
Okay, excellent.
I get my fly on the pole and everything, you know?
Pass around your national pride.
Oh, yes. And what I want to talk about.
Yes.
I saw on the news last night, because you said it's open line, right?
Yes, it is.
I saw on the TV last night, this lady was talking about her house got robbed twice. She went away. When she come, they carry everything on those TV, laptop, and they carry even even DVDs with funeral. And she asked the public, please bring it back. If anybody out there who hearing, just bring it back. She want them back. You know, that's her loved one, what they barely had. You know, what they gonna do with them CD? Huh?
Well,
bring them back, man.
Yeah.
And she said that's twice house was broken too.
Twice.
But I think if your house get broken the first time, I think you should put some camera around your house, man.
Well,
you know?
You need to take some precaution to minimize the loss. You see, you can't do everything to. I mean, not. You could do as much as you can, but if a thief wants to get into your premises,
they'll get in.
They can try whatever they can, but you try to minimize it. And if they do, what you want to do is you want to make sure identify who the culprit is, or who the culprits are, so that you can be able to retrieve your goods. Because I can tell you, based on a report by the insurance company, house breaking and stealing is lucrative business.
Well,
hardly anybody ever get their stuff back.
Well, she's asking the police on those CDs, especially back. There's a loved one on those CDs, you know.
Okay.
But I can tell you one thing too. I think sometimes you gotta keep your mouth closed to let people know you're going away.
And sometimes, I mean, there's some people do the most strangest thing. They will record that. Listen, we're not here right now. We're not every away. On they're telling you that you're not. They're telling the thief, but they call you viral. And then they send it viral, or they go on Facebook and say we're going on travel. We're going away.
Or tell you where they are.
And so you know we got to stop. We got to be more sensible.
Thank you. You know, and I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened to her. And she said last night her house was broken before. Yeah, because we broadcast, we're going to be there. Yeah, but you see, you don't mind if you have good neighbors, you could tell them that you're going away. You don't mind telling them if they go out your place. If you could trust them. You know, if you get good neighbors, you could tell them.
Okay.
But I think I have some good neighbors.
So what do you wish for your country on this 44th anniversary of independence.
Well, the only thing I'm so sorry I can't go to watch it. I used to go every year, but I don't have a car, so I can't go this time. But I wish they could clean the place of the car. You see, banners that say clean your property up, man. Come on, put it up, you know. You know, I put up my yard, I put up my place. You know, I feel independent. But what I could do, I could dress in my independent shape and my pants, and then I can sit on my porch and look out.
Okay.
That's right.
That's what I could do.
And enjoy it.
I can't go nowhere, but I could go put on my independent shape, baby, and I can on my porch and I can sit down and hail everybody. If I could hail, if everybody want to hail me, then I hail.
All right.
You know?
All right.
But you take care.
Happy Independence.
Happy Independence.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272, or you can WhatsApp us or text us at 565-8896. 565-8896. And right now, Martin, let me read by the IDB, which has been published in the Tribune by its chief Tribune reporter, Ava Tynquist. The Inter-American Bank has sanctioned 10, ladies and gentlemen, 10 Bahamian entities for fraudulent and collusive practices, barring those companies and individuals from participating in IDB finance contracts, as well as other linked international organizations. Then any ineligibility period for those entities span 3 years to 7 years. However, there is no explanation given for the debarment. The revelations was made during an interview with IDB country representative Maria Florencia Adademo Hurt, who underscored the bank's rigorous and independent mechanisms to investigate allegations of fraud and corruption. Ms. Adademo Hurt was responding to questions placed by the Tribune related to the monitoring and evaluation of IDB-funded projects as the bank's current 5-year country strategy comes to an end. It follows criticisms leveled by pundits who, in the wake of recurring fires at the New Providence landfill, contended that the bank's $23.5 million loan for a solid waste management program in New Providence was not fruitful. In other words, they say it was a waste of time and bear no fruit. The debarred firms and individuals are investigated by an independent branch of IDB called the Office of Institutional Integrity, or OII, and cases adjudicated by a sanctions officer and a sanctions committee. Bahamian firms, True Blue Heavy Equipment and Trucking Company, M&R, you laugh at, you know the company, M&R Heavy Equipment Road Builders, Super C Marine Limited, and Westside Equipment Limited was sanctioned for alleged fraudulent practices, as well as Caribbean Asphalt Products was sanctioned for alleged fraudulent and collusive practices. Individuals sanctioned by the bank include Derek Mackey, Eugene Smith Jr., Robert Bob Smith for alleged fraudulent practices, and Trevor Clare and Stephen Rose Jr. for alleged fraudulent and collusive practices. The OII looks at allegations of fraud and corruption of an IDB-funded projects. Ms. Adademo Hurt said this type of independent entity is common in all international organizations. Let's say we executed a project, and anybody, it could be a Bahamian foreigner working on a project, an IDB employee, they can pick up a phone and send a complaint about implementation, the way money is being used, concerns of fraud and corruption, basically that project funds not being used for purposes that were intended, or with the efficiency and the efficacy that they are supposed to be used. She continued, when there is an allegation of fraud and corruption, this independent unit investigates, and depending on findings, they may launch an investigation. It's a long process because due process is important, but if there is proof, real evidence of fraud and corruption in accordance with the principles of the IDP, sanctions could be imposed. The most egregious ones are being made public. We are part of this international community where we recognize sanctions imposed by other organizations. If the Asian Development Bank were to debar an entity or individual, or the African Development Bank, or the World Bank, they will send a formal communication and say, under our agreement to respect and recognize mutually our sanctions. We recognize that sanctions, we follow that, and we have a list of sanctioned entities. The IDB's 2013-2017 country strategy targeted and transformative initiatives to ensure macroeconomic sustainability, social stability, and employment, and increase resilience to the negative impacts of climate change. Priority areas include public finances and management, citizen security and justice, energy, private sector development, coastal risk management, and climate change adaptation. 9 public sector loans are currently in execution at the moment. Ms. Atademo Hurt continued, and of those loans, there are 2 yet to be approved by Parliament and signed. There is 1 more that is ready for negotiation but has not gone to the IDB Board of Directors yet, she said. The IDB has several monitoring mechanisms, she said. So it starts with planning, important, effective, efficient planning. Before we disburse a loan, let's look at all the conditions prior to the loan being eligible for disbursement to ensure that we have a sound structure. So even before we start disbursing, the time between signing of the loan contract and the day in which the first dollar goes out to government account, we look at what we call eligibility conditions. Before funds are disbursed and at each subsequent request for disbursement, Ms. Atademo Hurt advised that officials must present justification for the use of the advance. Whether funds are disbursed or reimbursed, she said, in both cases there is monitoring and a request for accountability that happens on a project-by-project basis, on disbursement-by-disbursement basis. It depends on each project and the purpose they have to justify how the purchases will contribute towards the project targets. Or at the project's level, a project execution unit, as PEU, is established and within the government ministry that has the greatest stake in the project. Led by a project coordinator, the PEUs typically include specialists in finance, procurement, and project monitoring. These positions are identified by a competitive basis, by a competitive process run by the government with the IDB to provide a non-objective objection on the selection of posts funded by the bank. Ms. Atademo Hurt said the IDB provides a non-objection because resources of the loan are used to pay for that service. Another way of populating a PEU is with existing public servants, in which case we don't need to provide non-objection because there are no additional resources for IDB at least. Or government may identify these persons and say, we want this person to be the project manager or financial specialist or procurement specialist. If the IDB doesn't fund that position with proceeds of an IDB loan, we don't have the non-objection right. She added, of course, we do maintain a dialogue with government saying we still need people who are qualified because if not, the project implementation execution suffers. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 10 Bahamian entities have been identified as either participating in a fraudulent or collusive practices which have compromised the funding provisions by the IDB. And it has come about as a result of the continued claims of the $23.5 million advance to assist with the solid waste management at the dump. And the IDBC that say that is there have several complaints that that loan has been unfruitful. It has not paid any dividend. What say you? 326-0271. 326-0271, 326-0272, 326-0272, or you can WhatsApp or text us to 7902-552-7902, or today you can use our WhatsApp line, text line 565-8896, 565-8896. Martin Aubrey, you have something else you want to put in the arena?
Happy anniversary. Yes, it's good to know that the Prime Minister and his delegation returning from attending the CARICOM Heads of Government Conference in St. George's, Grenada earlier this week. And they'll be coming home this afternoon in time for the 44th anniversary of our country's independence. And I started to talk earlier today about some of the many problems that Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis and his government are being faced with as we celebrate our independence. They came into power on May 10th, 2017. The anniversary of our independence is on July 10th, which is 2 months after the general election. And they have discovered lots of things that they have described as being mismanagement or missteps. And they're asking that they conduct forensic audits into most of, if not all of the revelations that they have been making during the budget debate in the House of Assembly and in the Honorable House of the Senate. And some of what they are dealing with stems from information provided by the former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram, during the election campaign, some of which Mr. Ingram revealed also make up a part of the information that the new government is beginning to discover, things that took place, albeit allegations. But I pause for a moment to listen to the things that were being said. And in the days prior to today, I've been hearing a lot coming from the former Prime Minister, Mr. Hubert Alexander Ingram, as we are in the week celebrations of the 44th anniversary of independence. I recall that during the 5 years that Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Gladstone Christie, was in power, along with his PLP colleagues and his cabinet, former Prime Minister Hubert Alexander Ingram told us that he was on vacation. He'd gone fishing. And now I heard Mr. Ingram just a couple of days ago telling us that a government in power should not be witch hunting and seeking to bring shame or disgrace on a previous government. And he used the example of the arrest of Mr. Dion Smith, former chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation, as being something that the present-day government should not have engaged in. And that is the arrest of Mr. Smith, because it was not a good thing to do. Defeat of a government, outgoing government, is enough, I hear the former Prime Minister say. You don't have to drag your opponents through the mud. They'll have a lifetime to think about all the wrong that they have done. So there's no need to recall any missteps or mismanagement. And he had a problem with how the police were handling these matters, especially the arrest and the questioning of Mr. Dion Smith. But I recall when former Prime Minister Ingram had an opportunity from 1992 to 1997. He was in power. And then again, 2007, 2012. 3 non-consecutive terms. Mr. Ingram knew where the bones were buried and didn't resurrect it. And now, my friend, there is a new day, I'm being told, and it is reality. His protege, Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis, is in charge. And we're going to find out whether in the 44th year of independence of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, Hubert Ingram is in charge of Hubert Minnis, or is he the mentor? Because there's some people out there, my friend, who are asking to let the chips fall where they may. And they will not like to see any interference from a former prime minister who knew where the bones were buried
and didn't touch them. So when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, the question is,
we still asking you, telling you happy independence.
The question is, do you agree with Hubert Alexander Ingram that election defeat should be sufficient?
You beat them,
or
leave them alone.
Do you agree with Hubert Alexander Minnis?
Do not
let the chips fall where they may.
Do not dig up any bones, he says. Don't dig them up.
Some people say dig them up. Dig them up.
Don't dig up the bones.
Dig them up. Do you agree with Hubert Alexander Minnis?
Let it rest.
Or Hubert Alexander Ingram?
Let it rest.
And let it rest. And let's move on. What you think? We're going to talk about it when we come back. This is Straight Talk. We're coming back when we hear from our sponsors.
Sammy's Chicken $5.99 special.
Sammy's Chicken does it again. For a limited time only, it's the $5.99 Thigh Snack Special.
I tell you.
Sammy's $5.99 Thigh Snack Special comes with a 12-ounce Coke, that included.
See, I don't lie.
For a limited time only, Sammy's Chicken, Robinson Road, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Farrington Road, and the newly reopened Prince Charles location. Sammy's Chicken.
Peanut. The best tasting roasted peanuts in the whole wide world are Nature's Gifts roasted peanuts. Proprietor Derek Sims applies his personal touch by roasting peanuts to perfection. Get your peanuts in light, medium, and dark. Call 431-7710 to place your order. Nature's Gifts roasted peanuts on Market Street and Bacardi Road. Peanut. LRD Construction has a proven track record as a general building and construction company. Its remarkable team is ready to provide quality and proficient service on projects big or small. LRD Construction can handle large commercial sites, new homes, apartments, condominiums, townhouses, home improvements, renovations, additions, and alterations. Call LRD Construction at 327-3769 or 433-6166. West Winds, Love Beach. That's LRD Construction.
For fast and efficient appraisals of homes, vacant land, and businesses, your choice should be First Choice Appraisal and Real Estate Sales. Contact broker appraiser Gregory Colley for all your real estate sales and appraisals. Call 422-3010, 565-8896, or 341-0582 for listings of vacant land, residential and commercial properties, and all your appraisal needs.
There is only one pharmacy in Nassau that never says no and offers you great service. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall for all of your pharmaceutical and prescription needs. At Doc's Pharmacy, great service is more than just giving prices. Filling your prescription is easy. Just call 322-3627 today. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall, Robinson Road. The pharmacy that never says no.
Want to reach your target audience? Advertise here at Global Radio 99.5. We hit the mark every time. This is Straight Talk with Gregory Colley. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, we want to say welcome to Straight Talk, and you're tuning to Global 99.5 FM with your host, Gregory Colley and Martin Albury. And we just read you a report which is published in today's Tribune from the IDB on a bunch of corrupt practices by at least 10 companies. Now, they say these are the ones that have been very egregious. They have some others, you know. They just didn't let them, they just didn't publish them. And we also, my colleague Martin Albury spoke to you about something that former Prime Minister Hubert Alexander Ingram said, that if we should not go after witch hunting and all that stuff that I believe a lot of you disagree with. We're not listening to Hubert Ingram.
The PLP
Hubert Ingram
has been defeated.
No, that's the same
and
thing.
That should be enough.
He is echoing what Brave Davis said.
Should be enough.
Him and Brave Davis saying the same thing, and we disagree. We don't listen to Brave, and we listen to Papa.
And we should forget about these days because we celebrate independence. No. One people. One Bahamas.
We can talk about it now,
we're celebrating.
But we're going after. It's the people's time, and the chips fall where they may.
Celebrating for the rest of the year.
No, sir. Let's go to phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How y'all doing?
We're doing great. How about you?
Boy, I'm enjoying your show. Boy, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I wish y'all could hurry up, get back on that 5 days. Anyway, I think right on level Hubert Ingram is wrong on this one.
He needs to go sit down.
Yeah. I think he need to let the Prime Minister do what he have to do and leave that alone.
And stop trying to
interfere.
Let the chips.
Trying to form public policy in this regard. Him and Brave Davis singing the same song. We ain't listen to them.
That's right. I think you need to go back. You need to go back and stay fishing and leave the Prime Minister alone. Let the Prime Minister do what he has to do.
Let him rule. Let him govern.
Right. This one time I totally disagree with him.
All right.
You need to sit down and sit down small.
Okay.
How are you celebrating independence?
Very good.
All right. You enjoy it?
Very much so.
Very much so. And you enjoy yourself and have a wonderful, blessed, happy independence.
You do the same.
Thank you. Let's go to the phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
We're doing great. How about you?
Great. The question was Ingram. I'll answer this way. With a quote that when he was asked about a statement that Mr. Gomez says, he said Gomez was a good man and he speaks for himself. So he's a good man and he speaks for himself. So that's as far as I can say with that.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Good man. He speaks for himself.
All right.
He
speaks for himself, and I'm sure he does speak for the majority of Bahamian people who believe that they want to see justice, and especially with the amount of egregious things that have been revealed, they want their pound of flesh. Sufficient that you defeat a government, and then they go away with all your millions of tax dollars. There are alleged allegations of corruption, and it just stops there. Is that sufficient? It reminds me of our neighbors to the south, the Republic of Haiti. Every time you see a dictator goes in, they steal all the Haitian people money. They go to a foreign country, carry all the money, and then that's it. They keep getting the people poorer and poorer. Are we sufficient with that? The government?
Well, let me just
go ahead.
Enlighten you with some things Mr. Ingram says. So,
okay, go ahead.
He said, paying $8 million to a contractor engaged in hurricane cleanup
doesn't pass the smell test.
Does not pass the smell test.
But how you want us to leave it alone then?
He says, in and of itself, it doesn't demonstrate criminality.
We don't know that.
But it does not meet the smell test to have that kind of contractual work for solid waste collection over a 5 or 6 month period. He said, there have been many allegations relating to construction contracts, garbage collection, supplies to the government, and all manner of things. I suspect police will be following up these things because some of them, on the face of it, are credible. But the state ought not to pursue a witch hunt because they don't like decisions that were made by the former administration.
You see, I want you to understand. Listen to the language that Mr. Ingram is using. It mirrors the language used by the official opposition. Witch hunt.
Yes.
Witch hunt.
Yes, it's the same
and
thing.
Same language.
It means the same thing.
Witch hunt. And what did he say earlier?
Smell test.
Smell. No,
you don't want to smell test.
Not a smell test. There's something else that Brave Davis said. Oh, once you defeat the government.
Once you defeat them.
Defeat the government.
They got the rest of their life to think about it.
Leave it alone, and then you just move on and say, okay, that's enough punishment for them. They lost the government.
Yes.
And they lost for 5 years. Then next 5 years they come back. Yes. You know what I said earlier. I spoke in terms of disclosure or non-disclosure. What Mr. Ingram is also saying, in my view, is that, hey, if for 5 years a member of parliament did not disclose,
yes,
right? Once he would have lost his constituency for 5 years, he comes back and you allow him to be elected. I say you bar him and for life from running because he did not, he or she failed to adhere to the law. Why are you going to allow them to go back and broke the law again?
Mr. Ingram, if he should answer you on that question and say, no, we don't do business like that in the Bahamas.
Yeah, that's why we're in the position we're in.
We don't do this in the Bahamas.
But that's why we're in the position we're in. We have to take affirmative, we have to take a strong action that wherever people willfully disobeys the law, we don't give them a free pass to come back and do it again.
Well, you know, here's this. Listen to this. Mr. Ingram, on the $8 million contract, or payout to one, Mr. Jonathan Ash said, and I think he was speaking to the Rotary Club earlier this week when he made these statements. He said, that is not a crime in and of itself. Where you exercise power.
How did Mr. Ingram come to that
and
conclusion?
The state lost money because
did he do an investigation?
Misfeasance? That's an option that they have, and it's a civil matter. You hear that?
I want to know how did he get? How did
not a crime in and of itself?
Did he do an investigation to ensure unequivocally that there was not a crime committed?
Well, he's saying where you exercise power, that is the power of the pen to sign the check and to let the money be paid to somebody. And if it is determined that through your actions, the state has lost some money because of your misfeasance, well, that's an option that they have. And it's now a civil matter, he says.
But he's drawing a lot of conclusions that he have not done an investigation, has no empirical evidence to dismiss that there has not been a criminal offense committed. I think those things need to be properly investigated, notwithstanding his concern about witch hunt and all that sort of stuff. In the case of the, and I think there's something appearing in the paper today that the BAIC matter has now been given a broader, wider perspective. And so Mr. Ingram may find that he's misspeaking, that he ought to perhaps exercise some caution.
Well, you know,
where he's trying to influence public opinion.
Mr. Ingram does agree that the way the administration is moving today in the direction of dealing like the Belizean government with malfeasance or misfeasance in any event, the spending of government money that is determined to be inappropriate in some instances, Mr. Ingram is saying the punishment was the election defeat. And he long believed that elections, rather than a short term in prison, settled the scores between populations and politicians.
But again, he's is misjudging. Well, who tell him it's going to be a short period of time in prison?
Well, if
it may very well be a long period of time.
Crimes are committed, criminal activities committed, and police have evidence, then police ought to proceed with that against whosoever, whether it's politicians or non-politicians. But he says there ought not be a witch hunt against people. If there's evidence against somebody who has abused the authority in office or evidence of misfeasance, then that's possible. But do not do otherwise. He says he comes from the school of thought that, generally speaking, elections settle scores between the populations and the politicians. And sometimes a loss at the polls is a bigger punishment than 6 months in prison, because he or she spends the rest of his life with that thing.
But it doesn't so. But again, Mr. Ingram is wrong, because since 1997, we have only been electing governments for 5 years.
5 years.
So that's a short period of time. So you see the reality is what we're dealing with. You could lose the election for 5 years, sit out, and come back because you know you're coming back, and do more damage than in the.
You're saying the punishment of losing the election.
That's not a lifetime.
The punishment.
5 years is not a lifetime.
And having that thing hanging over your head.
Yeah, but you
5 years.
Yeah, but that's nothing.
And I keep telling you, Bahamians of short memories.
5 years. 5 years, they can remember that.
A misstep.
You see, when
9 days.
When Mr. Pinlin ruled for 25 years, that's a long time.
Really remember?
Huh? That's a long. You can forget a lot. When Mr. Ingram was in power for 10 years, that may be considered even as a short period of time. That's a long time
compared to Salinder.
Compared to 5 years.
Oh yeah,
5 years ain't nothing. Some people they can sit out for 5 years.
They go on vacation for 5 years.
Huh?
I told you. I tell you that. The PLP is on vacation for 5 years. And whatever
you know how short that is?
Whatever.
Before you look at it.
It's not 5 anymore. It's not 5.
Thank you very much. It's 4 or 3
or less. You see?
So what Mr. Ingram saying is
they're getting ready.
Yeah.
Getting ready for a dramatic return.
Yeah. Let's go to the phone lines. Welcome Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Fellas.
How are you doing?
Much better listening to you.
Happy Independence to you.
Happy Independence.
I wish you'd be back on Tuesday and Thursday because you're going to be stranded then.
Well, you know,
what do you do on Tuesday and Thursdays?
Huh?
What do you do?
Well, I have problems finding something to do. Get my man adjusted. Then the radio also staying here today.
But the good thing is that Wednesday comes by very quickly.
Oh, right. Wait, Friday even comes quicker. Wait.
Haven't you noticed how time? Haven't you noticed?
I listened to you. The comment you're making about the former prime minister, right?
Right.
I look at it. I listen to his remark. You know, this me now. What I get it. He only see now some things he could do. He didn't do. That bothered him. Some of these things he could have done when he was there. You understand where I come from?
Like what, for instance?
What even the thing with Saka, he can do something about that. Bahama.
Well, Straight Talk believes he's the best man to fix Bahama today.
What could he do now? That all he's spoil. He don't say how it was spoil.
Well, he's calling on the Hubert Minnis government not
to stay out of it.
Not to dismount.
Yeah. Yeah, because if this body, then too much will come out. Because I believe he knows exactly what is written in the report. You know what he can say that for me. That's what I believe. I believe he know all the secret document is. So they did all the damage to the man anyhow?
Someone just sent me a text, and they said it appears that Mr. Ingram is perhaps grandstanding to keep himself relevant, just in case something happens midway in Mr. Minnis' administration.
Oh no! Don't look for that. No. Bishop. Now you know.
Well, I just read what they say. I just read what they say.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, I don't want no other lawyer getting this.
Well, you know, I ain't for no lawyer.
No. And Mr. Minnis can do what he have to do, and that's what everybody afraid of because they don't know what he gonna do.
Well, listen to this.
Mr. Minnis got his own mind.
He has his own mind, but you know, he is a protege of Hubert Alexander Ingram.
Yeah, but he's protege. He's protege appellant. So what's the big deal?
Mr.
You're talking about
Ingram is a mentor.
Mentor? You call him mentor? Like you say this now. This man just look over his life and see the things the Minnis trying to do. He could have done while he was there.
And this is a new day. 4 + 4 = 8.
Thank you very much.
New dispensation, a new opportunity, a new day for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. We don't need to go back.
And Mr. Minnis going to start this new day. Don't forget what Mr. Minnis said. You see, you forget this. Mr. Minnis, Prime Minister Minnis said when in Abaco when he dropped the bomb and say the Hubert Ingram era is over.
Let's show I got a lot of people, including Mr. Ingram.
Including him. Because he going to speak to us after that. He wouldn't even support Minnis. When Minnis going through all the trouble and trials. He wouldn't even support him. All he is saying, Minnis ain't listening to what he's saying. Things. That's the only thing he's come up with. So, you know.
Well,
go back fishing, man.
This is our 44th.
Do you have any bait you want to send to him?
Huh?
You have any bait you want to send to Mr. Ingram so he can have enough baits so he can go fishing?
Depending on the drop he's on. Whatever he's fishing for.
Carry the former prime minister.
No, we need some squid, man.
We didn't have any. Well, the duty free now is on shrimp, but maybe they should add some squid to that.
There's some squid to that, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. How are you celebrating independence?
I'm going to take it easy and relax myself. And I wish you all would be on the air, but you all ain't going to be on the air.
Well, this is Independent Week, and we will be on holiday.
Yeah.
Yes.
The best for you all. So be careful.
And you too.
Yes.
Take care.
Yeah, right.
God bless. All right, we're going to the WhatsApp. We have a call on WhatsApp. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, caller.
Martin and Greg.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Happy Independence. Yes,
Happy Independence to you.
Martin, I didn't get the last part of something that you said just now. What did you say that the former Prime Minister, Mr. Ingram, said to the current Prime Minister not to touch Bahama?
Yes, he did. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Yes. And that Sarkis is Marillion is out of order. Yes.
Listen, the way how I see it, with all due respect to Mr. Ingram, the way I see it is like this. You had your time, Papa. Your time's up. When you lost 2012 general election, you quit that same very night. Let Hubert Alexander Minnis do what the Bahamian people elected him to do.
Yes.
And yes, Martin, you know, I said here before that I totally agree that Sarkis is the best person to fix Bahama. Sarkis should be given the chance to get Bahama back. I don't like what the Christie-led administration did to him. Christie them should have stayed out of Bahama deal from the get-go. That was a private matter that need not the government involvement. The government didn't get involved with the Atlantis deal. So why are you getting involved with a circus? It just goes to show, for me speaking as a Bahamian, this is how I feel. It's just obvious that Satan, big shot, quote unquote, has a particular stake or a stake in whatever happens at Bama, and they wanted things to go their way. That's the reason why I believe Christian did some of the things what they did. And Greg, what about the 2,000 acres of crown land in Meguana? What Perry Cristido signed away to a mining company in Freeport to come to Meguana to do mining.
You know, I've been raising questions on that. A lot of people seem to be in the dark with that particular project. Certainly, we don't want what happened in Grand Bahama, because if God was to come back, he would never recognize what he made. I mean, if Christ were to come back, would not recognize the way Grand Bahama is with all that, the way they disfigured. Blasting and disfigured Grand Bahama Island, and it appears that they want to do the same. They want to do the same thing in Meguana.
Foolishness, man.
Blasting.
Yes, the foolishness. You can't give Bahamian people deeds or titles for the place where they have reside on these remote family islands, and you don't give foreigners 2,000 acres of our crown land. Man, listen, you know, if I had a come to Nassau and cut Perry Christie behind and 2027.
No violence.
Foolishness, what they do.
Yeah, but yeah, I could do that.
No violence.
Man, Craig, that is so vexing, because remember, I brought the same subject to you and Martin attention. I think it was maybe sometime last year, early part of this year.
Right. That a local person was representing them, cutting the rock and selling the rock back on the badge to someplace.
Oh yes, and that same individual was also an Andros, I was told, allegedly. And now, but here it is. You know, the downside is you have, and I said this to you guys before, you have a particular person who is to an investor who is also interested, because Martin Marietta only wanted to blast for the rock and leave a big hole there. And you remember sometime even Earl DeVos said in the House of Assembly that it's a possibility that Deepwater port could be at South Betson's Bay in Meguana sometime back. Right? Martin Marietta didn't want to develop the area. Right. Martin Marietta didn't want to develop the area, you know. But some jokers, I call them jokers because I know of what I speak. Jokers who wanted to develop that area had Martin Marietta actually got go ahead from the Christie-led administration to blast for rock at Devil's Point and John Dame area and Betsy Bay. But that area is also a rich area, Greg, because it has a lot of stuff from back in the pirate days that is actually hidden down there.
Right.
So you would be surprised, you know, what you will find down there. Their hands on.
Yeah. All right. We gotta go. We got another caller.
All kind of different types.
Okay, we got another caller. We got another caller. I'm gonna take this next call. And you have a happy independence. We'll talk to you. Okay. Welcome, Straight Talk caller. Good afternoon.
Again, welcome, Bishop and Brother Martin.
You're quite welcome.
Listen, I just remember whatever happened to Pumpkin.
Who?
Pumpkin.
They must have made pumpkin pie out of him.
I mean, yes, man. I don't hear him no. Well, I don't hear him no more. But before the election, man, he was on every station, man. Every talk show. Now, I haven't heard Pumpkin from the time the beer be lost.
You're probably still in shock.
I guess so.
All right. Well, do you know?
But that's all I call to say. You need to hear from Pumpkin.
No, before you leave, I want to give you an assignment.
Okay, go ahead.
Independence. Do you know Pumpkin's name?
If I know
his name.
Oh, Pumpkin.
Yes.
Oh man,
don't hurt yourself right
no,
now. No, please.
Okay.
Do not hurt your head. This is independence.
Okay.
I want you to take a couple of minutes while you're celebrating our 44th anniversary of independence and to find out what is Pumpkin's real name. See if you could get his phone number for me so that we can call him.
Okay.
See if he's okay.
Find out whether he's doing all right, because we are concerned about his welfare.
Probably somebody else.
And that will answer your question.
Okay. You're right.
Happy Independence.
Thank you very much.
Same to you.
We're going to take our final break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion. And remember, everyone who voiced an opinion, that's only their opinion. The only one man, one woman. That doesn't mean that they represent everybody.
Hubert Alexander Ingram. People listen.
But we ain't listening to him today, though. This is Straight Talk. We're coming back, ladies and gentlemen, after we hear from our sponsor. I got a couple of texts to read when we come back. This is Straight Talk. We're coming back.
There is only one pharmacy in Nassau that never says no and offers you great service. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall for all of your pharmaceutical and prescription needs. At Doc's Pharmacy, great service is more than just giving prices. Filling your prescription is easy. Just call 322-3627 today. Doc's Pharmacy in the Ridgeland Mall, Robinson Road. The pharmacy that never says no.
For fast and efficient appraisals of homes, vacant land, and businesses, your choice should be First Choice Appraisal and Real Estate Sales. Contact broker appraiser Gregory Colley for all your real estate sales and appraisals. Call 422-3010, 565-8896, or 341-0582 for listings of vacant land, residential, and commercial properties, and all your appraisal needs.
LRD Construction has a proven track record as a general building and construction company. Its remarkable team is ready to provide quality and proficient service on projects big or small. LRD Construction can handle large commercial sites, new homes, apartments, condominiums, townhouses, home improvements, renovations, additions, and alterations. Call LRD Construction at 327-3769 or 433-6166. West Winds, Love Beach. That's LRD Construction. The best tasting roasted peanuts in the whole wide world are Nature's Gifts Roasted Peanuts. Proprietor Derek Sims applies his personal touch by roasting peanuts to perfection. Get your peanuts in light, medium, and dark. Call 431-7710 to place your order. Nature's Gifts Roasted Peanuts on Market Street and Bacardi Road.
Extra, read all about it. Sammy's Chicken, $5.99 special.
Sammy's Chicken does it again. For a limited time only, it's the $5.99 thigh snack special.
I tell you.
Sammy's $5.99 thigh snack special comes with a 12-ounce Coke, that included.
See, I don't lie.
For a limited time only, Sammy's Chicken, Robinson Road, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Farrington Road, and the newly reopened Prince Charles location. Sammy's Chicken.
Want to reach your target audience? Advertise here at Global Radio 99.5. We hit the mark every time. This is Straight Talk with Gregory Colley. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, this is Straight Talk, Global 99.5 FM. I'm your host, Greg Colley, along with my co-host, Martin Albright. We're going to say happy independence to every one of our listeners listening to us this afternoon, and we hope that you have a safe one. And we have a call on the line. Let's go straight to the phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
People doing on this blessed independent season.
We are doing great. It's so wonderful to hear your voice.
Good.
Happy independence to you.
Thank you, my dear. You know, I very much disagree with Mr. Hubert Ingram.
with what he has said. You understand?
Yes.
But I see the PLP and him, they are friends, and they run to him because they feel, well, he could say something to Dr. Minnis. I thank God, and many people do, that Dr. Minnis is not a lawyer. I am happy about that. But I would suggest to Mr. Ingram that he would carry his pal fishing. Take him on a boat fishing, because he let him go in the sea. He need to go and get a dip, because he seems as if he hasn't slept since the election.
You're talking about the Right Honorable Perry Gladstone
Yes.
Christie?
Yes. Carry him fishing.
You should carry Brave with them too.
He can't Brave, but Brave may have an idea about the boat. But when he take Perry with them, make sure have a line, show him how to catch some shad or something.
Fishing is great therapy.
It is. So take him to do that.
All right.
But don't change no mind here.
But you disagree with Mr. Ingram on one score, and I'm going to join you in disagreeing with him on another score. Because he told us that there is big government now in the FNM.
You can turn your radio down a little bit for us, please.
He's telling us.
Okay. We're getting a little feedback.
Dr. Minnis, in his landslide victory, has big government. He has 35 members of parliament. And Mr. Ingram is telling Dr. Minnis that he shouldn't try to find a job for every one of them. No. You think if you got only 35, you know, you think he can't find 35 jobs? No, that's
and you got 108. You have 108 government boards.
Mr. Ingram tell Dr. Minnis that he shouldn't try to find jobs for everybody.
Yeah, you see, and the point
and he only got 35.
Yeah, and the point about it is, Mr. Ingram seems as though because the election, the PLP lose the election, just let everything just scatter and he'll forgive them. There's too much things happening there. The FNM have a lot of things that they hasn't come across yet.
Well, he's telling the FNM to be careful where you dig.
But you got to keep digging in some place. They even need hardly digging, only just doing a little raking and coming across so much.
He's telling them to be careful.
You know, he's not supposed to do that. Stop interfering. And let Dr. Minnis do his work. After all, the people's put Dr. Minnis there.
But you know, one of the greatest criticism that someone has just sent me, Mr. Ingram had the opportunity to bury Shane Gibson. He failed to do that.
Yes.
He failed to do that. So is he a good person to be talking
when
he's talking?
No. No. He needs to keep him out shut. Go on the boat. Go on the boat and carry everybody with him and carry Brave with him. Because Brave is still in the hot seat. Even though he won't be in charge and leader, he's still catching him.
A lot of people say that we would not have had the alleged sins that have been committed by Shane Gibson, committed to us, had Mr. Ingram did his job.
True. That is true. So why he want to tell Dr. Minnis? You see, he know the man is doing a good job. And things, by the grace of God, things is going to turn around. The Bahamas, God love this place, and he lives here. And he get rid of the PLP for a reason. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
So in order to get to go through some changes, you have to go through some changes, and after that, things going to turn around because you have some God-fearing people in this country. You have some praying warriors here.
Well, I tell you one thing, madam.
You have some prophet telling people what kind of nonsense, but God didn't tell them one Christ thing Satan was telling them.
As the country is celebrating its 44th anniversary of independence, we have a myriad of problems. And we have been told about a litany of cases of allegations and mismanagement and missteps.
Yeah.
And who is going to help us to get out of the thing that we are in?
Well, one of the things I would say he's not going to get out of everything, all one time. He just got to do what he can do at a time. He's not going to do everything in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, but as he go along, you understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
As he go along, he can do what he has to do. But he have some great men on his side. The people is with him, and the people, that's all they need to do is be patient. Be patient. The point about the government is listening to them. They is listening. The PLP wasn't listening because they didn't care. They
got on too big for their britches.
Well, this is it. And I heard Fred Mitchell said, Menace is getting beside himself.
Okay.
Now he been flying and from one tree to the next tree. He didn't know how to pay for it. Now if he won't fly away, Fred, he have to put his hand in the pocket. You understand? If they've been standing on the Bahamian people's neck for too long. I don't mind waiting. But the country is going to get
They say no
turned around by the grace of God, not by their power. And they just want you to hush your mouth. Don't say nothing because they have a lot to hide. See, it's just lies. If the person tell the truth, you say the same thing today, tomorrow, next week. But when you lie, and you got to keep on lying. You try to remember what you said the last time.
Right, Madam Caller, you just put something in my spirit.
Huh?
And it says, no more diplomatic gravy train for Fred Mitchell.
Yeah. And he's mad.
Yes.
That's why you don't talk about convention. He won't lead now. But you see, Mr. Davis already having 3 passengers.
Yes, all right.
And they ain't want him to be in charge. They can so enjoy him overboard.
Absolutely.
So you all have a blessed evening.
You too, and have a safe independence.
Happy Independence. All right. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I got a couple text messages. Let me read them while I have the chance. It says, Rev, in order for the country to be clean, the minds of the people must change. When I got my house, I was given a letter saying no dogs unless it's properly fenced in. No business allowed. I see people have welding shop, body workshop, food store, and some have signs advertising their business.
Who is responsible for the laws in a subdivision?
Okay. Madden, we need to buy Ingram some more fishing bait so he can go out to sea and fish for the next 5 years.
Well, squid is expensive bait, but if we could find some soja crabs, some conch slop, I'm a fisherman. Incidentally, I've been fishing with him before.
But did he give you any fish?
I've been fishing with the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram before.
Did you get any fish?
And I'm not going to tell the story because it's subpoenaed. It's subpoenaed. It's under.
It's classified.
Yes, sir. Cannot release any information till 20 years.
All right. Ingram said that he is a man of thought, telling Ingram to keep his thoughts to himself.
Very good. The Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram is a man who will be talking for the rest of this term because he's an astute advisor. And as I said earlier, lots of people stand at attention and they listen when the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram speaks because he has a wealth of knowledge and he knows exactly what to say and when to say it.
But nobody listen to him this time, I can tell you that. Mr. Ingram, former Prime Minister, I'm 100% against your statement. I did not vote for them to leave things as is. Mr. Menace, do what you have to do. 5 years, you will see me.
Do not unearth skeletons.
Let's go to the phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk.
Buried.
Good afternoon, caller.
Hey, good afternoon, Rev. And Martin, how y'all doing?
We're doing great. And happy independence to you, Elvis.
How are you celebrating independence?
Man, I'm celebrating independence the same way I celebrated before the PLP Lewis election.
Tell me how that was.
Staying home and staying out of trouble and just loving myself.
Very good.
Very good. Go ahead.
Hubert Ingram is right with what he tells Menace.
Why?
Being surprised the head
Hold on, y'all don't get me again, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay, and
this independence, we can let you speak.
Menace
you
has
got
to do.
60 seconds,
Menace has to do what Hubert tell him to do.
What you mean what do you mean he have to do what Ingram tell him to do?
Hubert already told Menace it was not for me. you would have never been prime minister of this country.
Where did you hear that?
I get my sources.
No.
Okay.
No.
We cannot let you get away with
No,
that.
sir. No, sir. No, sir.
We can't let you get away with
allegations.
It wasn't for you, but
that's allegations.
Minister would have never been prime minister. Come on, between the three of us.
What you can do is give me your opinion. Don't tell me what Hubert Ingram said.
Because you have no proof of that.
What is your opinion?
My opinion is Menace is under Hubert's command.
That's your opinion.
That is my belief.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And if Menace do not do what Hubert tell him to do, it will be a re-election in the party. Okay.
Okay.
And so Menace is only doing with and the people that was doing the rock down in the Southern Island, that was Moscow them. Okay? That's Brent.
Now hold on.
I get the evidence right here now.
Where's the evidence? Send me the evidence.
Careful.
Okay?
Send me
the evidence.
We don't know who were doing.
Listen. Hold on. Caller.
You tell me to talk for independence.
Caller. I want you to put a copy of what evidence you have. Leave it at the sycamore tree, and I will pick it up.
Man, I don't have a problem with that.
All right, but I want to see the evidence.
I love Coco do.
I want to see the evidence.
Excuse me, and put my copy.
Your copy?
And the political garbage can.
Man, no. You can't find that. These garbage cans be too dirty around here. This ain't like the House of Parliament.
You just leave it at the sycamore tree for me.
I can leave it with the soup woman.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right. Have a good independence.
Happy independence.
Okay.
All right.
Y'all have a good independence.
You too.
We'll see you soon. Okay. Take care. Let's go to phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk. Good afternoon.
Hello there, my friends. How are you all?
We're doing great. How are you?
Good. Happy independence.
Same to you. Hope you're enjoying the show.
You know, we have to be very careful for what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Remember, a couple of years ago, there was a man who was going around helping poor people. I think his name is Roll or something.
What was he doing?
He was allegedly helping poor people.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
And he said only 2 prime ministers know about his money.
Okay.
And his money's supposed to be in central bank. They had all kind of FBI and CIA and everybody checking on it. I hope these people ain't trying to protect themselves.
When you say hoping they're not trying to protect themselves, you are talking in relation to what the former prime minister said.
If you had all the things where the bones was, and you could have taken them up and do what you wanted to do, and you ain't do it now, you can come do that.
I got you.
It got to be something.
I with you.
On.
I with
but
you.
I mean,
maybe they're trying to protect themselves too, eh?
There's still supposed to be some investigation on that.
And
then there's a lot of things that ain't come out yet.
Yeah,
because it started from there.
Right, I got your drift. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, at this time, it's independence. Let's keep ourselves cool.
All right. Thank you. And have a wonderful independence.
Yes, man. Y'all take care.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right. Wonderful. All right. Well, let me read this one. Mr. Ingram, with his well-nourished ego, seems encouraged to act like a bitter, overthrown king who is trying to continue controlling the realm by making unsolicited statements on how the new government must act. Seem to be designed to protect the parliamentary brotherhood from the law and the consequences of their misbehavior. Why did he not disclose the loopholes in the Disclosure Act before his long tenure? No. Thank you much for that. More interesting as the time goes by. We do 6071. We got a 5 more minutes. 6071 326-0272, or you can WhatsApp us or text us at 565-8896. 565-8896. And some of you have very good memory. have 422-3010 already programmed in your phone. So you got it locked in, so you can send to that as well. And I'm reading from that number as well. Good afternoon. Bahamians are not treated as first-class citizens and are not respected in this country, so there's nothing to celebrate independence for. Wow.
Well, I heard somebody a couple of days ago given an opposing view as to why they will not be celebrating independence today or this week. And some people had a problem with that. Well, everybody do not feel the same way. Some people are aggrieved by things that happened to them over the last 44 years, and they do not feel that they should be celebrating. Well, you have to put country above self. That's the first thing. And when we say we are selfless, it means we are looking out for others before we look out for ourselves. And as we are moving towards the rising sun, one God, one people, one Bahamas, we have to signify by the way we live that we are interested in having a country that is unified. What people have done to you in the past 44 years, and it in your heart of hearts to forgive them and to move on, because that's the only way we as a people will be able to move towards the rising sun. One God, one people, one Bahamas.
Let's go to the phone lines. Welcome to Straight Talk, caller. Good afternoon. I believe you will be the last.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gawley.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Mr. Cawley. Martin Albury.
Good afternoon.
I haven't called you all for a very long time, but I just stayed listening to the radio.
We missed you, and
I hear everything what you all say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't miss a show.
Very good.
But on the Independence Day,
mm-hmm.
Now most Bahamians will call it or say Happy Independence Day. When people refer to me, I normally say to them, Happy Bahamas Day, Independence Day.
Why not?
Because, Martin, you may not know, I spent 33 years at the government house.
Okay.
33 years.
Right.
I just retired in about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And during my time at government house, when I retired as the chief butler,
mm-hmm.
While we host all of those dinners, luncheons, thing, the first thing that will be done, we would make a toast to the Queen. Then they would make a toast to the Governor General.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a man, like in Lady Penland's case, they would just secondly toast Lady Penland.
Yes.
Dame Margaret.
As the Queen's representative.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they toast the Queen first.
Yes.
And then they would toast the Queen representative second. And then they would toast the Bahamian people third.
Right.
So during all of my years, I always say to people, the Bahamas may be 3/4 independent, but the Bahamas ain't really no independent country. And all of my in-laws, and every time they come or they see me, they will say, now you can say independence, but he ain't gonna agree with that. He always could say the Bahamas ain't independence. And I still
they know where you stand.
Yes.
I still stick with that. But I just wanted to say happy Bahamas Day to you and Martin.
Well, thank you very much.
And to you too also.
Yeah.
And you still do.
And I'll contact you all maybe on Wednesday next week.
What do you people who are today saying that they will not be celebrating
some of, when I say
Independence or Bahamas Day?
When I say happy Bahamas Day, they just laugh. They just kickle. You know, they just kickle. But mind you, when I used to be at Government House, I used to wear the independence shirt because I was a staff member, trying to show good example. But when I left from Government House,
that was what was required.
Yeah, Government House, I would put on my socks and shirt. I would go home and put on my socks and shirt or go in the butler's quarters.
Are you still teaching people how to remove bones from bonefish?
Well, since I had the stroke, and I was confined to bed in a wheelchair, my wife does that, but she does it on. People have to ask her to do it, you know. But I taught her how to do it, you know. Before I took sick, I taught her. She would stand up and she would watch me.
You must give us your contact so Martin and I can come and visit you. But don't put it on air though. You can give it to our producer. Just hang on before you hang up. Give it to him so that Martin and I can come by and visit you. And, okay.
All right.
Yeah. Just leave it with the producer.
Just hold on for us, okay?
Okay.
And you enjoy. God bless. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let me just read another text here. Hi, Mr. Colley and Mr. Albury. If Papa was any good, he would still be Prime Minister now. All of the PLP ministers should go to jail and give Chester Cooper a chance to pick some decent people. Thank you very much for your text. Ain't nobody listening to Papa today. Anyway, Martin, it's 4 o'clock.
Well, it's a good day.
So let's wrap things up.
Yeah, we got National Pride Day. It's going on today, Friday, July 7th. It's in Rawson Square, in Parliament Square. It started 10 o'clock this morning, and it's going to go on until 9 o'clock tonight. So we're asking you to go down to Rawson Square, Parliament Square, and wear your colors. And on Sunday, July 9th, the 44th grand anniversary celebrations of our nation's independence, or Bahamas Day, will be at Clifford Park, and it starts at 8 p.m. And I'm going to stop on Monday, July 10th. It's the People's Love and Unity Rush, Bay Street, 1 a.m. But on Saturday, that's tomorrow, it's Junkanoo Summer Festival, Arawak, from 4 p.m. until midnight as the celebrations get into full swing for independence. Only one event I want to attend. One event I don't want to miss.
That's the state dinner?
I want to be at the state reception or state dinner where I can toast 3 times. I want to be able to toast the governor, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. I want to toast.
God save the Queen.
I want to toast to our Governor General, named Margaret Pinley. I want to toast the people of the Commonwealth
of the Bahamas.
And I hope they have some nice, hallelujah, good afternoon.
Well, our programming note, I want to say that on Monday is Independence Day holiday. We're not going to be here on Monday.
Tuesday is my day off.
Tuesday is our day off. So let's substitute Tuesday for Monday.
God willing.
We'll see you on Wednesday.
Amen.
Wednesday. So we have an extended weekend this weekend. We'll not be back on the air until Wednesday. And then God's willing, we'll be back here on Friday. But I want to say that on Sunday,
yes,
this coming Sunday at First Holiness, Independence Sunday, First Holiness Church of God, we will be celebrating independence at our church. Where yours truly is the senior pastor, and we will have lots of goodies. We're gonna have Bahamian goodies for tasting, sampling. We're gonna have a variety of stuff available. So if you don't have a church home of your own to attend, you can come by. We have also prizes to be given to the best dressed person, the most
tasting Bahamian treat.
Bahamian treat.
Yes.
We have all kind of Bahamian treats and drinks.
And tell them what the secret's going to be. The mini conch fritters or
mini conch fritters. We have fresh hot conch fritters and conch salad.
Yes.
So you can come by and have taste our Bahamian tasting and come dress fully regaled in your Bahamian colors, your independence colors, and there will be prizes to be awarded to the best dressed person. So we're going to have a wonderful time in the Lord, and we're going to have a great time celebrating our Bahamian independence. So on behalf of our producer and engineer, Nathan, on behalf of my co-host, Martin Aubrey, this has been Straight Talk, and we certainly hope that you've enjoyed our show today. And again, I want to remind you that we will not be here on Monday. We'll be back on Wednesday, God's willing, and continue our show for the rest of the week. Today's show has been brought to you by Doc's Pharmacy, located Robertson Road, by Master Assist, located Village Road, by Nature's Gifts Fresh Roasted Peanuts, located Market Street South, by Sammy's Chicken, 5 locations to choose from, by First Choice Appraisals and Sales, and also by Geneva Brass Seafood, located Eden Street off Farrington Road. Once again, we want to thank you for your text messages, your telephone calls, and we want to wish you all happy independence. We want to say good afternoon. This has been Straight Talk. We'll see you. Have a safe and wonderful Independence holiday weekend. God bless you.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio station.
Global Radio 99.5 FM.
You are now about to witness
your DJ for this evening.
Hello out there.
Hit me. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Ladies and gentlemen,
let the rhythm take you. Yeah.